Myself, Milan Patel, Assistant Professor at LJIET Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today's topic is Advancement in Civil Engineering. In today's lecture, we will cover solid waste management. Okay? In this topic, we will cover first what is solid waste management, various definition of important terms related to solid waste management, classification of solid waste, effects of solid waste, quality and composition of refuse, and various steps for solid waste management. So, let's begin with introduction of solid waste management. Okay? Uncontrolled pollution will destroy the ecosystem and the process is irrecoverable. Okay? Hence, the goal of solid waste management is to minimize hazards to environment due to indiscriminate disposal of solid waste. Okay, based on the knowledge of solid waste generation, characteristics and treatment methods, certain materials can be recovered or reused and electrical energy can be generated by this waste. So that's why solid waste management is required. Okay. Now let's discuss various definitions of important terms related to solid waste. First and main term is refuse. It includes all kind of waste in solid state except are coming from residential, commercial and industrial area. These refuse are of three types. First is house refuse. This consists of vegetable waste, ashes, cinders, rubbish, debris from cleaning, animal waste matters, debris from demolition of various structures, etc. Second is street refuse. It includes of street sweepings, tray leaves, empty packets and bottles, empty matches box, fruit peels, etc. And the third is trade refuse. It consists of solid waste from various industries, factories, business and various commercial centers. Okay, these are the various types of refuse. Second is garbage. All types of putrescible or biodegradable waste, okay, or organic type of waste obtained from kitchen, hotel, restaurant is called as garbage. It also includes animal dung, grass and leaves, bird, etc. Okay, it is normally weighs about 450 to 900 kilogram per meter cube. Third is ashes. These ashes are incombustible waste produced from houses, industries, art or furnaces. It weighs from 700 to 800 kilogram per meter cube. Okay. Next is rubbish material. All non-perishable waste except ashes are known as rubbish. It is thus includes a wide variety of combustible and non-combustible waste such as rags, paper pieces, broken pieces of glass, paper packets, glass and plastic bottles, glass and plastic bottles, broken crockeries, etc. It has higher weight. It varies from 50 to 400 kilogram per meter. Okay, that's all about various definition of important terms related to solid waste. Now let's discuss the classification of solid waste. First is based on the place where it is generated, and second is depending upon the characteristics of various ingredients of solid waste. Based on place where it is generated, it is divided into three types: domestic solid waste, industrial solid waste and commercial solid waste. The name itself suggests from where it is generated. Okay? By depending upon the characteristic of various ingredients. First is organic type of waste. It includes dry animal and vegetable refuse, cow dung, bird, etc., tree leaves, plastic bottles, rags, paper waste, etc. Okay, which are biodegradable in nature. Okay. Second is inorganic waste, which includes grit, dust, mud, metal pieces, metal containers, broken glass and crockery pieces, waste building material, etc. are called as inorganic type of waste, which is non-combustible, okay, or non-biodegradable. Okay, this is all about the classification of solid waste. Now let's discuss various effects of solid waste. Solid waste changes properties of soil, air and water, which causes pollution. Okay. Solid waste produces fall, smell, breeds insects and organisms. It leads to spread of many diseases, infection, etc., affecting human as well as animal population. Okay. Harmful chemicals are released into the environment by this solid waste. Okay. These are the various effects of solid waste. Now let's discuss various quality and composition of refuse. It varies from place to place and also varies from season to season. Okay. Refuse produced by a society depends upon the living standards of its residents of that particular area. Okay. The quantity of garbage depends upon the food available, food habits and the standard of living of the people which are living in that particular area. It also depends on the weather of the town and the use of the town, like residential use, commercial use or industrial use. Okay. The unit weight, which is in the range of 300 to 600 kg per meter cube, and calorific value has the range of 1200 to 1800 kilocalorie per kg. Okay, of this refuse. This table gives the average composition by weights of various constituents of the refuse. First is garbage. It is about 50 to 55% in the waste. Second is rubbish material. It is about 10 to 15%. Third is dust and stale content, which is about 20 to 25% in the refuse. And the fourth is ashes, which is about 10 to 15%. Okay, this all depends on various categories, which is already discussed above. Okay. Now let's discuss various steps for solid waste management. First step is collection and removal of refuse. Nowadays, it is collected by door-to-door services provided by municipal corporation. Sometimes public dustbins are provided by municipal corporation at convenient places by the sides of the roads. Okay, this is how we collect the various waste or refuse. Second is transportation of this refuse. The refuse collected in the public masonry chambers or big public containers or can is transported to the disposal site by means of following vehicles. First is by auto rickshaw having capacity of 0.5 to 0.75 tons. Second is trailer having capacity of 2 to 3 tons. And the third is trucks having capacity of 5 to 10 tons. Usually in various cities, trucks are used for transportation of various refuse to the disposal site. Okay. And the last step is the most important step in solid waste management, which is disposal of solid waste or refuse. Let's discuss the various techniques related to disposal of solid waste. First technique is composting. Second is landfilling in low-lying area. Third is incineration. Fourth is pyrolysis process. And the fifth is pulverization. These are the 5 techniques which can be used for disposal of solid waste. Okay. First is composting. It is controlled biological decomposition of organic matter such as food and yard waste into humus. It is the natural process of rotting or decomposition of organic matter by various microorganisms under controlled conditions. Okay, it can be anaerobic or aerobic in process. Okay, this process takes about 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, the end product of the composting process is called as compost, which is rich in fertilizer. Okay, the advantages of this composting method is about it provides nutrients to the soil, it increases beneficial soil organisms, it also protects soil from erosion. Okay, it assists pollution remediation. Okay, these are the 4 advantages of this composting method. Second method of disposal of solid waste is landfilling in low-lying area. A landfill site is a site for disposal of waste materials by burial, and it is the oldest form of waste treatment. Okay, majority all cities are using this type of techniques, landfilling. Okay, waste is directly dumped into mining voids or borrow pits. Disposal waste is compacted and covered with soil. Okay. Gases generated by decomposing waste materials are often burned to generate power. Okay. Landfilling can be done by three methods. First is trench method, second is area method, and third is ramp method. Okay. These are the three methods which are used for landfilling. Okay. In trench method, it consists of an excavated trench into which the solid waste are spread, compacted and covered with soil. It is the best suited for nearly level land where the water table is not near the surface. Okay. It is usually followed where water table level is low. Okay. Second is area method. It is the best suited for flat or gently sloping areas where some land depression may exist. Okay, the waste are spread, compacted, and then covered. Okay, and the third method is ramp method. It is also known as depression method. Okay, the slope or ramp is sometimes used in combination with other two methods. Okay, the waste are spread on an existing slope, compacted, and then covered. These are the three methods for landfilling. The advantages of landfilling method is first and main advantage is that the method is very simple. Okay, no costly plant is required. Separation of different components is not required. No residue or byproduct needs to be disposed. Okay, low-lying area or land can be reclaimed or can be increased. Okay, there are also some disadvantages of this landfilling method. First is proper dumping site may not be available in all cities. Okay, large land areas is required. Okay, other problem is created in close vicinity of the site because the waste is spread in the large area. Okay, use of insecticide is required. Okay, if you are not using the insecticide in particular site of landfilling, then various diseases are florid. Okay, earth has to be borrowed from other areas for earth layers. Okay, landfills can pollute air, water, and also the soil. Okay? These are the disadvantages of this landfilling method. That's all about landfilling method. Now let's discuss the third method for disposal of solid waste, which is incineration method. It is the waste management technology that involves the combustion of organic materials and their substances. It is carried out at the high temperature. Okay, the waste material is converted into ash, flue gases, or particulates. There are various types of incineration method. First is moving grade technique. Second is fixed grade technique. Third is fluidized bed technique, and the fourth is rotary kiln technique. Okay, these are the various techniques which are used in incineration method. Okay, there are also some advantages of incineration. First is it is the most hygienic method. Okay, it complete destruction of pathogens which are available in the refuse. No other trouble is occurred in this type of technique. Okay, heat generated may be used for raising steam power for electricity generation. Okay, clinkers produced may be used for road construction also. Okay, less space is required compared to landfilling method. Adverse weather condition has no effect which is affected in landfilling method. Okay, these are the advantages. Now let's see disadvantages of incineration method. It has large initial expense. Okay, care and attention required, otherwise incomplete combustion will increase air pollution. Okay, residues are required to be disposed, which needs money. Okay, large number of vehicles required for solid waste transport to the site of incineration. Okay, these are the four disadvantages of incineration method. That's all about incineration method. Fourth is pyrolysis method. It is a thermochemical decomposition of organic material at elevated temperature in the absence of oxygen. Incineration method is carried out in the presence of oxygen, while pyrolysis method is carried out in the absence of oxygen. Okay, it is kept up at temperature between 500 degrees centigrade to 1000 degrees centigrade. It involves simultaneous change of chemical composition and physical phase, and it is irreversible. External heat source is employed in this type of technique. Okay, it is gaseous, liquid as well as solid fractions. Okay, so this is the main advantage of this pyrolysis method. All gases, liquid and solid generated by this technique is usable. Okay, now let's discuss the fifth method of disposal, which is pulverization method. In this method, the dry refuse is pulverized into the powder form without changing its chemical form. Okay, in this method of refuse disposal, refuse is pulverized in grinding machines so as to reduce its volume and to change its physical characteristics. Okay, the grinded or pulverized refuse becomes practically odorless and unattractive to various insects. Okay, the powder can either be used as a poor quality manure or fertilizer, or it can be easily used to dispose by landfilling. Okay, the method is quite costly and has not commonly used in India. Okay, that's all about various techniques of disposal of solid waste. Okay, these are the various steps of solid waste management. That's all about solid waste management. See you soon in the next lectures.